Well, it is that time of the year again where people have the feelings and the romanticizing of everything. That shit I don't care about. But what I do care about is romance. In manga, not in real life. But I'm talking about that shit that makes this ace heart of mine love it. So, this is a vibe manga that has a good romance in it. I'm still trying to figure out the exact title for this, but when you read the title of it, hopefully it makes sense. These are not all shoujo. Some of them are, I think, considered seinen, and some of them are shonen. So it'll be interesting. It's a eclectic 5 manga that I like, that have good romance in it. And yeah, yep. I have no segue past this part, so I'm just gonna get off my bed and start counting down. Well, these are in no particular order, so I just wanted to make that clear before we start with number 1. Whoa! Number 1 is a manga that I have talked about before, all the way back in my first countdown, which was the ones that made me feel cozy and stuff, and that would be Snow White with the red hair. It is good. I really love the interaction between Shirayuki and Zen. It's very good. It's also a slight twist on the Snow White type story, though there's no 7 dwarfs. It's good, and I like the dynamic between Zen and Shirayuki for the fact that it's not all one-sided. They sort of grow to love each other and respect each other, and it's great. That's what you need in a relationship. And the fact that early on they're just like, we're friends, but they grow and grow and grow to the point where, yeah, and at this point, I think Zen is like, I'm going to marry this woman. I'm like, yes you are, Zen. Yes you are. So yeah, good, lovely. It's a shoujo. There are 11 volumes out for it right now, so go pick it up before, there's more. I need to think of better segues, so I'm just going to walk off the screen. 2. Number 2 is one that I don't think any of you were expecting, but, why not? That is Twin Star Exorcist Amioji, which you're just like, what? This is definitely a shonen. Look, Shonen Jump. What do you mean that there's romance and good romance in it? And you would be correct. I didn't really think about it when I started reading it / watching it, but the dynamic of the duo, Ryoko and Benyo, are essentially destined to have a child that will save the world, essentially. And early on, they hate each other, like always, but then slowly as it progresses, they grow to love each other, they grow to trust each other, and, at volume 20, it's great. Also, time passes, like, early on in the story, they are in middle school, then they jump again to high school, and then at the end of volume 20, they then jump to when they're adults. So, it is a growing, thing where early on, middle school, hated each other, but by high school and then adulthood, they love each other and they've grown to respect one another, and it is great because I didn't really think that I would like the relationship in it. And sure, it's not the most I would guess, I'm trying to think of the right wording here, but it's not the most I love you. It's not the most flowery of it all, but it definitely has moments where I'm just like, they care about each other. That's just so fucking adorable. And yeah, it's also very good. It's very good. I really like it. Yeah, it's very good. Very good. And also, they're kind of adorable when after they start loving each other more. Yeah. Warms the heart. Warms the fucking heart. Number 3. Number 3 is one that I originally just picked up because I was curious. But that is Love Me for Who I Am, which is... the best way to explain it is the main character, I'm going to mispronounce their name, which is, I'm sorry, them. They are a non-binary person who just wants to be accepted for who they are, and is eventually joins up into a cafe where all the staff are guys that dress up as girls, and is just trying to look for a way to be accepted as they are, and they find love, and it's adorable, and it really goes to show, like, love takes many different forms. Like, you may be straight, and that's great, but some other people maybe are gay, or some people do not find romantic relationships. Like, why the hell do you have to have it? Sort of deal. And it's nice to see that, see it in relationships and other types of deals. Like, I just like it. Like, just, normalizing this helps. It helps people feel safe, and it helps people know who they are. Like, if I had been told about some shit, like when I was in middle school, or middle or high school, or other things, I wouldn't have been spending like a decade trying to find someone that I didn't really need to find. Like, I don't need to be in a relationship, and just having people that are like you in a story that find love or be accepted for who they are, that is what I like. So far, there's only 2 volumes out of it right now. The 3rd one is coming out soon. I plan on picking it up. It's really good, and it shows relationships for people that don't usually get shown. So that's why I like it, and that's why it's a very romantic one in some situations, because it shows. I don't know what the best way to say this, but go read it, and you'll find a loving story about acceptance, as well as romance between other people that should be shown more often. Yeah. I'm just gonna walk off screen because I don't know the best way to segue. Number 4 is one that I really liked after reading the first volume. I even reread the first volume before the second volume came out, which was How Do We Relationship? I think a lot of people ask that question. But it is a story that is set in college, which is better than most. Because, most of the time it's set in high school, and most of the time you're just like, I'm not in high school, but it is what it is. It follows the relationship between these 2 lovely people, Miwa and Seiko, I think is how you pronounce their names, and how they essentially, being 2 women, be in a relationship, mostly because it's in some places not accepted. Even in the United States, some people don't accept relationships like them, and that sucks, because you can't help the fact that who you are. Like, this helps. Also, it helps that both of the people in it, the story, and everyone in the story are of college age or adulthood, and they're just trying to deal with life in college. I had to deal with fucking college. It's bonkers, and it sucks also having to try and juggle a relationship. But yeah, it also just shows that, one, not, I'm terrible with this, shows that relationships that are started in college or what have you can still be functional, and as well as not everything has to be set in high school. Seriously, I understand that a lot of people, like, they set a lot of shit in high school, but you don't need to. You don't. Just, Manga, look at me. Look at me. You do not need to set your stories in high school. And, like, it also takes a romance in college. Also, they get together before the, like, middle of the story, which is great, because instead of being like, oh, will they, won't they, type deal, it's essentially just a story of them going through the relationship, which is good. We need more of that shit. We need more of it where a character is in a relationship by the end of the first volume. And essentially it's just like, here is how you go through a relationship. I'm tired of fucking every single one of those stories being like, oh, they get together by the end, and I'm just like, well, I wonder if they're going to last before, like in 10 years. Probably not in some cases. Oh, I'm terrible. Yeah. I just like it because, one, it also deals with, how to deal with a relationship in certain situations. And, show more of it. Show more people. The third volume is coming out soon. I'm gonna, I think, soon, relatively. I hope it comes out soon. I don't know the exact date. But go read it. It's 2 volumes so far, so you'll have a fast time reading it, and you may like it, like I did. Hey, we're at number 5, just hands. So, number 5, which is another title that is coming back from my cozy feeling, which is Otaku. Love is hard for otakus. I actually learned how to pronounce Otaku now. So, character growth. But, yeah. Similar to How Do We Relationship, I like this mostly because it's not set in like high school or college even. It's set as working adults and, just trying to find love. And it has, unlike most stories, it actually has several relationships that are shown, and how, people, like, you could find someone and date someone that is perfect for you because you and them have the same taste, but at the same time not 100% the exact same. Like, it helps. And also all the main characters I like all the different relationships that happen throughout it, I like it. And it just goes to show that the growth that some characters have, and how adults deal with relationships while also being in a working environment. It is great. I love it. I love seeing stories take place in, like I said, not in high school. As much as I like those stories, being able to say, yep, we're 2 adults trying to fucking love each other. And that is what I like. That is just great. And every single one of them is, I have troubles explaining it, essentially. But I like it. I like the dynamic between the couples that are in it, the fact that they're friends, and just the growth of a relationship that is between adults, as well as the fact that it also shows relationships. This is what I was trying to think. It also shows relationships that started within, after high school. These 2, I forgot their names, Normie and I fuck up people's names, but these 2 were childhood friends, but they only started dating when they were adults. Then there's another couple that started dating because they were high school sweethearts, and I love that relationship. And then there's another relationship that started dating when they were in college. it is, well, technically started dating. I want them to start dating. Right now they're not. They need to. But I like it. It just shows a relationship in a more realistic setting for most people that will be buying it. So, yeah. Again, I'm terrible at segues. So, I'm just going to walk off here and then pretend that I actually had a good segue. So, cool. So, that's the end of the video. I hope you like it. Sometimes I have trouble explaining things in these videos that are, you know, countdowns. But I hope you liked it. I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day. It still bothers me that we celebrate Valentine's Day on the day that Saint Valentine got his head chopped off. It still is weird. And we're all just like, woo, love! Oh, it sucks to be that guy. But yeah. Hopefully, if you do have relationships that they're going lovely, hopefully you are in a good place for that. Yeah. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, I'm alright with that. Hit that dislike button if you want. If you want to comment down below on your favorite romance or romantic plots in a manga that you have read, put it down in the comments, as well as suggestions for more manga that are like it. There's also something else. Oh yeah, if you want to see more of me, hit that subscribe button. I usually do other things as well. Sometimes I talk about other things, it's usually manga. I don't know why I keep saying that it's other things, but yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. Well, I hope you have a lovely day, week, or what have you, and just go out there and read more manga. Got it? Cool. Awesome. Bye.